Hi, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in sweltering the San Gabriel Valley, and that gentleman out there is that company.
I'm Skip Falconer in sweltering Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, we're both sweltering under in the same county. Okay, so that's what it is. But we have something really cool to dissect today. This is so new, ladies and gentlemen, that we never do this. We never do this, but considering the source, we are going to dissect and taste Inspiro. Okay, yeah, it's not the Inspiro bottle that we showed you when we did the Blanco, you know, the Luna Rested, that one, yeah. It is coming in the same bottle. However, this expression is, it's called a Rosa Reposado, is that right?
Rosa Reposado.
Okay, and as we go through this, we'll explain to you why it's called a Rosa. It's so new that they couldn't get us full bottles. Okay, I mean, it just as soon as it hit the border, everybody wanted it. So we got lucky. I think we're the first ones to actually do a review of this tequila, and it was really nice of Mara Smith, who is the brand owner, and you've seen her on our open bar. Skip and I interviewed her. Wonderful lady. I talk about her all the time. This woman is one of the sharpest brand owners on the market right now. She's doing stuff that, I mean, every step she's taken is just about perfect. So anyway, we're gonna just taste the juice first. Then we'll give you all the ins and outs, what we know about it. It is, well, I'm kind of getting a little bit of bubbles. I'm not sure if you can see that on my camera, but here we go. Yeah. Not bad. Okay, so it's Inspiro. It's a woman-owned, women-driven brand. Mara Smith is the brand owner. You can find her open bar interview with Skip and myself on our YouTube channel and our Facebook and everywhere where you follow Tequila Aficionado.
And I'll save a little taste for later on.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to pour the whole thing in there. And you know, with these glasses, I'm using my my Stasel Jarrito, which, by the way, very soon I'm going to have the son of the original designer of the Jarrito on our open bar show. So we're gonna, this is the official tasting glass that we use at Tequila Aficionado. It is made by Stotzel, which also makes your glass, the Glencairn.
Glencairn.
And Glencairn is made exclusively by Stotzel to their specs. So it's the same manufacturing. Skip, what a beautiful color on this thing.
Oh, it is, man.
It's kind of it's got like red highlights. And
yes.
It's gold, and I think you can see this on my lighting here. I do have a new ring light, so I'm not sweltering here in my halogen. What kind of legs and tears are we getting though, Skip?
Oh, they are very slow moving.
Yeah.
Very nice, man.
So right now, oh, there they go. There they go. It looks.
Yeah, no, mine was flowing like the river.
Oh my God, here they go. And you know what? That's got some nice legs and tears. And what we're looking at visually, there are three key elements that we look at. It's of course the visual part of it, the aroma, and of course the taste. And when we look at the visual and we look at legs and tears, it's not a signifier of quality so much as what it's going to taste and feel like in your mouth. And these legs and tears, Skip, are taking their own sweet time.
They are. They're nice and slow, and that tells me that it's going to be a nice, slow, enjoyable taste.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice. It's gonna have a nice body, a nice structure. It's not too runny and not too thick either.
Right.
Of course, this came in a kind of a much of a little bigger size than a mini, and it's we just took the tape off of the top, so it might take a little bit to open up. minis by and large, we don't normally take them because there's usually they get compromised in shipping. The heat, they're more susceptible to heat. They're concentrated. Seepage happens. But you know, I realize that this is such an exclusive expression right now, and Mara Smith and Inspiro is such a hot commodity at this point in this year in 2022 that you know, she was nice enough to make this happen. So we're gonna make an exception. And yeah, nice legs.
You know, this color, the color on this is exceptional.
Yeah, it's
pristine. The clarity is just magnificent. And there is, when I take it away from my light, there's some red tones to it.
Yeah, it's got some red highlights. It's got some brassy notes to it, and that's okay. And there's a reason for that. We'll get to that in a second. So what are we getting? Oh, whoa, holy cow. That's deep. I was hit with like a combination of agave and then something else deeper, richer.
You know what? There's some kind of, it's like white chocolate.
Okay. I wouldn't call it. I didn't get the white chocolate, but
I got some chocolate in there.
There's plenty of alcohol, and again, when they show up in minis, the alcohol is much more concentrated. You're going to smell it. You're going to taste it a lot stronger until it opens up a little bit in your glass. Okay.
There's vanilla.
See what I'm getting, Skip? I'm getting grape notes and I'm getting wine notes. That's what I get. And that's what I was hit with right off the top. It was like a combination of agave and then wine. That's what I got. I was getting more of what the barrels were holding than the barrel notes. That's what I was getting. So
it's kind of citrusy down at the bottom.
Yeah. I'm getting some of that too. But it's dense. There's a denseness in there at the bottom, and it's a bitterness, kind of like, see, I wasn't getting white chocolate. If I go bitter like this, it's like a bitter chocolate almost.
No, I'm getting this white, this kind of a white, unless I don't know what chocolate smells like.
No, you got that sweet tooth.
Yeah,
he's notorious for his sweet tooth. It does come across very much like a wine. Now, let me just give you real quick why I'm telling you this. The Inspiro Rosa Reposado, according to the website, they start off with the Blanco. Okay, I'm not sure if the Blanco is lunar rested or if it's just Blanco. Then they age the Blanco in the finest rosé wine barrels from France. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they finish it. Finishing and polishing is you know, so it's like a double barrel. All right. Then they finish it in a Pinot Noir wine barrel. And you know what? That's what I'm getting. And I'm not much of a wine guy. I don't know. Skip, are you a wine guy? I never asked you.
No. My wife is, but me, no.
You know, it would help maybe after, you know, off camera, if she could, what's her favorite kind of wine to sip on?
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. So she would know, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting wine notes and rosé and Pinot Noir. If I'm not mistaken, those are more hardy of the rosé wines. I'm such a Californian. You know, California white Zin. That's as far deep as I go with wine. Although I had other wines, like in the Finger Lakes area. I talked to somebody just recently, another review that we did, and I'm familiar with that because they had deeper wine, they had deeper barrel notes, almost like spirits, like you know. So I really appreciate that kind of a deeper, you know, as opposed to the fruitier notes that I'm kind of used to. You know.
Yeah. Don't laugh, folks, but The only kind of wine that I used to drink back in the day was the Martini and Rossi Asti Spumante.
Yeah, Asti Spumante.
Nice and sweet.
My dad, when he was alive, he was the wine hound. He was into the wines and stuff, and I couldn't tell you. What I do get is an astringency at the bottom, and I think that comes from the wine. Okay, I have a feeling that due to what we've seen in the structure in the body, the legs and tears, and what I'm getting on the nose, this is going to finish dry. Okay, and I'm okay with that. I'm all right with the finishing dry. I like that dry finish. So this is not and I don't want to be I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. This is going to be a substantial wine barrel rested tequila, very similar, I think, to what Juan de Leon is doing. He ages everything almost exclusively in wine barrels. So even his añejo and his all that, and he's a brand of promise winner, so he's got several medals to show for it. But you want to dive in?
Yes.
Let's see what we're getting, okay? Because this is, I'm excited now. Okay, here we go. Oh my. Wow. What a flavor blast.
That is very, very good.
Skip, this is almost like sipping on a bourbon.
I don't know what a bourbon is like sipping on, but
because there's an increase. It goes in sweet, and then all of a sudden you get this flavor blast, a grape flavor blast. This is a wine. This very wine forward on my palate.
It's not. It's nice and sweet.
I got the
and then I get the spices.
Yeah, and it's got a great finish. Holy cow! This has got a medium to long finish. It's got a long fuzzy. That first one though, it was like a. It doesn't. I mean, it's a spirit. Okay, so it's not a wine. So it's got a really. I'm going to say this now. It's got a very well balanced flavor profile between the agave, the tequila that it is, and the barrels that it is aged and polished with. Okay, we don't even know. Does the website give us how long they stay in the barrels?
No, there's nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't tell us the length of time in the barrel. Okay.
It says something about the taste of cooked agave married with sweet and complex notes of vanilla and red berry nuts.
Okay, red berry. I get
red berries.
Okay.
Nuts and roasted pineapple. I don't get the roasted pineapple.
I don't get the nuts either, but that was only our first pass. Okay, and again, this may not have opened up yet. What I'm saying
I get the berries and the vanilla.
Yeah, and I got the astringency, the dryness of the wine barrels. I got the agave hit right off the bat at the top.
Right off the bat.
Oh my gosh, the complexity.
This is. Oh man, they've done it again.
She's okay. Now the master distiller is the same master distiller of her Blanco. The Luna Rested is Ana Maria Romero Mena. She is a genius. We talk about her a lot at Tequila Aficionados. She's a good friend of Tequila Aficionados, a big supporter of ours. We have her highlighted in our Babes to Boss Ladies book. We named her Master Distiller of the Year. I believe that was 2020. She's responsible for some of the more wonderful brands out there. Mi Genta is the one that comes to mind. Corrido, Inspiro. Oh my gosh, what else? She's just, everything she's touching right now turns to gold. And there's another home run right here, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've only had one pass. I'm gonna go in again. Here we go.
Let's do it.
There is a denseness, there is some substance in the retronasal, and you don't lose the agave. There's no mistaking. Now, if you've had corrido, all the reposado and the añejo expressions, if you had anything like mijenta, any of their expressions, you know what this woman, Ana Maria, is capable of when it comes to multiple barrels, finishing and polishing. And she did it again. Not one of these is a repeat, okay? All the ones that she's responsible for, she's come up with separate flavor profiles, but there's an underlying MO, there's a style that she has that if you've had enough of her tequilas, you get. And even if you don't, this is a substantial tequila.
On the second pass, I don't get the spicy up front. It's more like after the finish.
The residue on the palate.
The residue on the palate. It is very, very nice, and it lasts a long time.
Yeah, this is a no joke tequila, man. Wow. I mean, I know that it's geared toward the female public. I know that that's Mara's target market. We talked about who she's targeting in her market. She knows what her market is. She knows what she's going after. But I got to tell you, guys, when your wife says, bring me home some Inspiro, have some, because you're going to love this stuff, man. This is really a substantial, there's depth, there's complexity, there's multiple layers.
Absolutely.
And it's not like one overpowers the other. I think that the grapes involved in the rosé and the Pinot Noir are doing a wonderful job presenting the agave. The agave is still there. Now, what I don't know is if this is the Lunar Rested Blanco or if it's just a Blanco that goes into the wine barrels. We don't know that. I don't know how long these are rested in those wine barrels. The only thing I have to go on is what Juan de Leon does with his wine barrels. This is not a Rosa. This is not coming across. It's not, it's not a Blanco that has that's pink. Okay.
Right.
This has a deeper, richer color, and I'm like flabbergasted, man. This is not what. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to lean more toward the sweet side. It really doesn't. Not for me. I mean, the second pass, it was a bit sweeter for me.
Yes.
Than it was initially.
There was a bigger explosion on the first pass. On the second pass, it was more like what you got when you first viewed it.
Yeah.
It was like, this is going to be silky, smooth, very tasty.
It's going to have that dry finish. Don't put off. It's got a dry finish, not a sweet finish. It's dry.
Not a finish. No.
No, it goes in sweet, but it finishes dry. Okay. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Oh my God. Mm. It's like every time I dive in, it tastes better and better.
Yeah. That time I got some chocolate. I got that chocolate. It wasn't white chocolate though.
No, it's bitter chocolate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a dark chocolate, leans more toward bitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And it's right at the rear of the palate as well. There's still that pepper explosion that you get when you taste the Blanco. There's no mistaking that.
Right.
Wow.
Well, this is a brand of promise, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna go brand of promise nominee, multiple barrel. Yeah, I know. I gotta get you guys some paddles. I'm gonna get those. I keep threatening them.
We got a pad.
Yeah, I know. I keep threatening them to do that. Oh my God, Mara Smith, congratulations.
Yes.
This is not, it's not a sweet wine. It's not a dessert wine. This is a deep, rich, substantial flavor profile. Women will be shocked. Guys will love it. I'm telling you right now, the guys get this for your girlfriend or your wife or your neighbor or whatever, and then sneak a snifter, because this is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yes.
It is not what I expected. It isn't. It's a different profile than what we got with Juan de Leon and all of his expressions. And Skip, you and I didn't do Juan. It was myself and Rick. But all of his expressions, he's got 6 expressions, and all of them in wine barrels. And so his are particularly different. And also, Jason and I had done Cali Rosa, which is also exclusively in aged in wine barrels, and it's superb, but it's really different, and the colors are completely different. This is not like any of those that are aged in wine barrels right now. It's not even like Asombroso. Asombroso Rosa is a wine barrel, but it's not. It's nothing like this.
Nothing. And I'm not going to pour anymore, but I've finished mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now we're gonna have to, maybe we'll get lucky and get a full bottle later on. I don't know, but folks, that's gonna have to be our take on Inspiro. This is the Rosa Reposado, or Rosa Reposado. Okay, and
now coming out of Gnome 1614,
right?
And I got a price on here about $78.99.
You know what? It's worth it. It's priced up there. If you like stuff like Mi Genta, if you like stuff like Corrido, if you're a big fan of Ana Marias, you want to get this. If you have an Ana Maria collection, because a lot of guys are doing that now. They're getting collections from their favorite master distillers, the Camarenas, all 3 branches of the Camarenas. There's always a guy out there with a theme, or a woman with a theme. This is another theme for you.
Better get this.
Yeah, it should be readily available in the Chicagoland area. That's where Mara is based. She's based in Illinois. So if you're watching us in Chicago or area there, go to Binny's, because I believe that the Blanco is available there. And if you've had this, please tell us. If you're watching us on YouTube, leave us a comment down below. Give us a like. That helps with the algorithm. Subscribe, if you're not afraid of commitment. And that way, every time we put out a review, almost to the next day. Now we're just cutting them loose on our YouTube channel, and later on they go on our website and all of our other channels and networks. But that's our take on Inspiro. Thank you again, Mara Smith. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go to our YouTube channel, check out Open Bar. That's our other kind of show where I interview brand owners. Skip and I had a really great conversation with Mara Smith, one of her first interviews. Now she's doing like Good Morning Television in Chicago. She's really getting the press that she deserves. This lady is no joke, and the person that she has watching and coming up with this flavor profile, she's a freaking genius. I gotta tell you, Ana Maria is amazing. Congratulations to both ladies. Congratulations to anybody who's had this before. And if you've had it, tell us what you're doing with it. Now, Skip, I know you're a cocktail guy. There's no way you'd put this in a cocktail, right?
No,
absolutely not. You have, if you're hankering for some wine, but you're a tequila person, this is your jam right here. I'm telling you, go get it. Don't hesitate. Do it now. Get it off the shelf. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. And
leave it alone.
yeah, drink it, sip it neat. And you know what? I don't do this very often. I would actually, we could obviously pair it with food, because Ana Maria is a very big on pairing with foods and desserts. That's a lot of her thing, that when she teaches her own classes in Mexico, it's all about food pairing as well. So her stuff is very food forward. Okay. I would say charcuterie, maybe some dried fruit. I'd go dried fruit with some of this. But I think it's substantial enough to pair with a cigar. I really do. I think if you're a cigar smoker, male or female, you're going to enjoy this. It's got enough substance to be able to pair with a really good cigar, not an overpowering strong one like maybe a Dominican, but somewhere in the middle. And the guys knows some of the guys know what I'm talking about. This will work. Or even after dinner. And after dinner would be great.
That's what I was going to say, after dinner.
There you go. Okay. That's our take on Inspiro, Rosa Reposado. I'm Mike Morales here in the San Gabriel Valley of Southern California. That gentleman out there is
Skip Falconer in Los Angeles, California.
You have been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. All of our channels and networks, please subscribe, follow us, download your podcast anywhere you listen to us, like iTunes, Spotify, now Amazon Music. And whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.